What's up, Minecrafters? KC here, and welcome to episode 24 of my Let's Play series for Minecraft Pocket Edition. Today I'm going to be continuing to build my mob grinder. I got this started during the last episode. And there is a water elevator just below this block here. And down below that, several levels, is a mob spawn room. So the mobs will spawn in that room, they will travel up the water elevator, and then they will fall into our mob grinder here. So first thing I'm going to do is to just break this block here, because we need to place another water block for the mobs to actually be able to swim out of the elevator and into our mob grinder. So I'm not sure what to expect when I break this block, because I think mobs will start swimming out. I believe they've been spawning and swimming up to that point. So I'm going to be prepared for that. But I will need to place a water block and a sign there for the mobs to, again, continue traveling out and up into this area. So I'm going to place a sign there and a water block there. And then for now, just temporarily, I'm going to cover that back off again. So again, that will allow the mobs to swim up into this area here. And we will replace this dirt block with a water block that will push the mobs down to this area here. So now we're going to begin building up the actual drowning chamber, which is going to be here. And I'm going to start by placing a sign on this block. And I'm going to build up the drowning chamber, and I'm going to place another sign here. And what that will allow me to do is to place a water block here and have that water block fully contained, so that it's not flowing back out into this channel here, and it's also not flowing down into that block there. So I will need to refill my water buckets and then continue building that drowning chamber. So we're going to build that drowning chamber up several blocks high. And I think if I place a block here, yes, if I place a block there, this is now 2 blocks tall, so the mobs will be able to fit into this area here. And I will next place a water block there, and I'm just going to continue this pattern and build the mob grinder up a few levels. And I will have to go back and get some more water here. So you can see we're beginning to build up that drowning chamber. And I want to go a few blocks higher on that. And this will give the mobs an area to swim into. And they will actually swim up into this chamber. And then at the top of that chamber, we will place a block as a cap, if you will. And that will prevent the mobs from swimming outside of the drowning chamber. So I'm just going to head back down. I'll need water buckets again. But I also want to look and just see how high up we are now. So I'll probably go just one more level for now. And that again will give the mobs plenty of room to travel up. and place a water block there. And now I'm just going to put a cap on top of that. So I'll place a glass block there. So the mobs will again swim up, and they will not be able to swim out, and they will get stuck there, and then that's where they will drown. And then they will drop their items, which will fall back down this column of water and down into the block there at the bottom. And that block is flowing water into the channel just below the floor here. And so the items that the mobs drop will travel, and I'll be able to collect them there at that block. So the next thing for me to do here is just to build up the walls. And really, I don't need that glass block. So that section is complete, and I will do the same thing here on the other side. So I just have one block left to replace here, and then the mob grinder will be fully enclosed. I don't think I need this block either. Okay, so last thing to do is to get rid of this dirt block and place water in its place. And again, what that will do is it will cause the mob to, or the monsters to get swept down into the drowning chamber. So you can see where that's already happening. They are swimming up to the top. They cannot escape there. And then eventually they will drown and drop their items. So I'm just going to head back down here. And so you can see it now that mobs are drowning. And again, any items they drop will fall and will be collected right here at this point. So you can see how the mobs are swimming up the water elevator that goes down to the mob spawn room just below. And they will continue doing so. And here I'm collecting my items as they're dropped by the monsters. So as I mentioned before, I'm thinking about making this a two-chamber system, and I could even extend it to more chambers than that. But I would do that by building a very similar structure just on this side. So I would begin building out in this direction. And my collection point would actually be here. So again, I would continue building that out, and I would build a very similar structure again on the other side. And then when the mobs come up out of the water elevator, they would go to one side or the other into those drowning chambers. And then I would have two collection points here. So that seems to be working well. The items are flowing out here to my collection point. So for the next episode, I will build up this second side. And again, if I wanted to extend it further, I could build, very easily build two more chambers. I could have a very similar section coming out in this direction with a chamber going up here and a collection point somewhere in this area. And then I could do the same thing on this side as well. And then I would have a four-chamber system. So that's something I may explore in the future, but at a minimum I will complete this second section here for a complete two-chamber section. So I look forward to that, and thank you for watching.